MA.
The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying, by Marie Kondo, describes several methods by which you can organize, store, and discard the right things in your life in order to feel less weighed down by your possessions. This video will outline the key points in just a few minutes. Collecting items of varying levels of use and sentimentality is something everyone does through their lives. Many people wake up one day and realize their need for products has exceeded their capacity to store them, or has become a mental burden. Once you know you have hit this point with your possessions, it is time to face a difficult task. Discarding. When it comes to discarding, make sure to consider items in groups. Clothes, photos, books, other documents, cosmetics, souvenirs, or other knickknacks. Once you have a group, it is time to work on relieving yourself of the burden of items in that category. Considering just one category of items at a time breaks the discarding task down into smaller pieces and makes it feel less difficult. We often don't want to discard things, just in case, or because, it was given to me by a relative, or, I paid money for it. However, there is more to your life than these things. Also, the web of personal, social and financial reasons for letting them burden you just adds to their weight on your mind. So you must discard them. When preparing for your discarding exercise, gather the objects together. Piling them up will show you how much you possess. You can't hide everything on shelves and under furniture forever. In order to make the process of choosing what to discard easier, ask yourself these 4 questions about each object. Does it spark joy? The now infamous question is number 1 on your list. Answer, yes, or no, for now. Mementos, and objects of strong sentimental value, will all likely be yes, even if the next questions are all no. So, you should leave these until the very end. Does it work? Also an important question for obvious reasons. If the answer is no, it is time to get it fixed or it faces being discarded. Research fixing, and make a quick decision about the value of paying for repairs or attempting to do so yourself. Is it necessary? How often is the item employed versus how much space it takes up? Don't imagine hypotheticals. Consider your real life now when weighing this answer. Does it have a designated place? Even if something isn't particularly useful, if you have space for it to live in between uses, the burden of it is reduced. If you answer yes to all 4 questions about one item, then put that thing back in its designated space and know that the space is full of only things you enjoy. If you answered no to any one of the questions, it is necessary to think about how to get to yes if possible. If you answered no to more than one question, thank the item for its time in your life, and let it go. What you have left will be what you really need, and what you really treasure. Once you have discarded, then get to sorting, an activity similar to organizing your space. Place your group of items back into their designated places and see the difference your discarding effort has made. For clothing in particular, make sure it is all stored correctly. If it can be folded, don't hang it, as hanging degrades most clothes faster. The first time will be the most difficult, so choose a group of items which you feel is most burdensome. Once you have done the process once, your judgment, and mental clarity, will improve. Every subsequent discarding activity will be easier. Do it regularly, so you can maintain the sparks of joy and not get lost in the pile of possessions.
MA.